Hi there, and welcome to EDDL 5131, Designing Multimedia for the Curriculum. My name is Keith Webster, and I'm the instructor for this course. So I want to introduce some of the key points around which this course has been developed. This is not going to be a course about the professional development of media, and it's not going to be a course just about the theory behind educational media. But it is going to be about pedagogically beneficial media, media that's going to improve the learning outcomes for your students. So some of the things that we're going to concentrate here are on finding media, altering, remixing, and revising media. And then it's also going to be about educator-produced media, just-in-time media, and good enough media, media that's going to be sufficient to be of benefit to your teaching and learning. We're also going to be looking at student-produced media for projects, for assessment, for activities. I hope you find this to be a really interesting course. We have a lot of practical elements. In each type of media that we look at, you will be producing versions of that media. You will be finding samples, remixing, producing all kinds of interesting and hopefully relevant to your teaching context examples of media. Hi there, and welcome to EDDL 5131, Designing Multimedia for Curriculum. So this portion of the video, we're just going to take a look at the platforms we'll be using during this course. In the past, if you've taken online courses in other programs or other institutions, you might be used to using a learning management system. And here at Thompson Rivers University, we use Moodle as our learning management system. And there is a Moodle site for EDDL 5131. And if you go here and log in, you'll find there are a few elements that we use here. There's an announcements forum, which I could use to broadcast or sort of an email out to everybody in the course. There's a link to another course site, and there's a web conferencing room. So we use Big Blue Button here at Thompson Rivers University for synchronous web conferencing, and we might have a cause to have a web conferencing session perhaps in the first week or so. And there's also drop boxes for each of the assignments. So the assignments in this course are typically more around things that you're going to create. Perhaps you're going to adapt media, create your own media, but you're going to mostly put them up on your own website that's part of this program. So with that, I'm going to switch to the other site that we're using and where we're actually going to do most of our learning in this course. And that's on another platform called Commons in a Box Open Lab. And so this site includes course sites for each of the courses within this program, and it also includes websites for each instructor and for each participant in the program. And so when you are creating a piece of media in this course, you will put it up onto your website in a post with perhaps text around it, an explanation to a potential student how they're to use this piece of media, perhaps questions that they're going to consider as they consume it, and so that when you create some media for learning, you're also placing it in context. And that's a great thing about having your own portfolio site. You're able to do a little more, take it a step further when you are trying out different types of media that you might create. So here's the website for this course within the Commons in a Box Open Lab site. You won't see that phrase, Commons in a Box Open Lab, anywhere on here, but that's the platform we're using. It's developed from WordPress by City University of New York. It's used in many programs there, and Thompson Rivers University has adopted it as well. And I think we're perhaps the second institution to do this in post-secondary after City University of New York. So here on the right, if you're logged in, you will see things about discussion area, calendar, docs, different files that might have been uploaded for the site. The discussion is going to be important. So this is where if we're having a discussion about a specific question, there'll be a topic already created for people to go in and respond. If you have questions for me, you can do so here in this topic. I'll get a notification in email saying that there's been a post here in response to my topic. But that's also where formal discussions will happen. You'll also have links to other portfolios from participants in this course. So Sarah's already got her portfolio linked up here. And if we click on this link here right in the middle, this will take us to the actual course content. And so this here is the introductory page with a lot of the typical learning outcomes, topics, activities, assignments, readings. One thing to note, there is no required textbook for this course or for any course in this program. Everything we do will be working with journal articles, websites, a few open textbooks, so you don't have to go out and buy anything. Over here on the right are links to each of the topics in this course or units in this course. And these units are going to be 1 week or 2 weeks in length. Typically, the heavy media topics, so graphics, audio, and video, are going to take 2 weeks. And the other topics like educational theory, interactive media, are going to be handled in 1 week. If we take a look at the first week, we'll find that each of these topics is structured similarly. With an overview, there's some outcomes that are specific to this particular unit, and there'll be some activities. Sometimes the activity will just say read something, read and respond perhaps, and a list of resources. So that's essentially how this course is set out. Also, at the very bottom of this is a link to all of the assignments for the course. So an important part of this course is communication. As you're creating media, you're also going to be sharing it with other people in the course. They're going to offer constructive criticism or suggestions on how to improve it. You're going to get more ideas about what you might do for a particular style of media by looking at what other people have produced as well. And so there's going to be a lot of interaction that way. At the same time as well, I expect a lot of interaction between myself and each of you. Educational media is a topic that is well grounded in theory, so there's a fair amount of work that's being done on what makes media beneficial to learning and what makes no difference whatsoever, and what types of media might even actually harm learning. And so there's a lot of this in the course, especially around each media type, but it's important that you reach out if you're having any questions around that. And then secondly, we're also working within a technical realm. And so each of these media types has its own technical milieu within which people create and distribute media like this. And so in this course, we're not going to be striving for perfection, either technically or aesthetically, but we are looking for media that is reasonably well produced and that is effective as a support for learning. And so when you are looking at the technical aspects of producing media or of altering, editing media, we have a lot of resources for you, but at the same time as well, I hope that you will ask questions if you're hitting a brick wall on something. And certainly I don't think anybody should flail at some technical task for 30 minutes or longer. Reach out to other people in the class, to myself, try and think up a good question for Google and put it out there. So what I'd like to say by that is please feel free to email me when you're struggling with something, and You have the questions for the instructor topic in the discussion area, but you also can email me directly. So anyway, I hope that everybody has a wonderful time with this course, that you learn lots of interesting and new things, and that you leave this course solidly at the beginning, at least, of being able to create and edit media that's going to be beneficial for the teaching and learning that you do. Thanks a lot.